fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at Yudo 2 for Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger. As you can see here, it is comprised of 9 distinct boxes. The first 2 are used to make Super Zenkaiger. Then we have 2 Kaiser, 2 Kaiser's Shinken form, Oren form, and Super 2 Kaiser. Then we have a Kudak, Stay Caesar, and Zenkai Red. So this is a pretty amazing lineup. I do want to stipulate real quick that these 3 are just the armor pieces. You can't actually make the full figure with just these 3, but the case breakdown for this did come with 3 2 Kaisers, so you should be able to at least make these. Now you can't have a 2 Kaiser on his own as well as him with each of his forms, because they didn't give us 4, but if you have the Change Hero version of 2 Kaiser, you could maybe have that sub in. I'm very interested. I'm going to do a lot of comparisons with this. Very interested to see how this holds up with the Mini Pla for Super Zenkaiger, and I kind of want to compare the Yudo version of 2 Kaiser with the Change Hero version of 2 Kaiser, along with the Shinken form and Oren form, because we did get those in the Change Hero series as well. Did not get Super 2 Kaiser though, so won't be able to do a comparison there. But I mean, Stay Caesar and Zenkai Red, that's very exciting. I did not think these were going to happen, so very, very excited to have these guys in the mix. It's a great lineup. I'm just really excited about it. So real quick, just to take a look at the packaging, there's not really much more going on than the front of the box. Each one just kind of has a little picture on the top, and then the back of the box is the same for all of them. Just kind of shows the full lineup here. So not too much going on there. But like I said, it's a very exciting lineup. I'm going to get all these guys out of the box, all stickers applied, and we're going to take a closer look. So here are all the figures for Yudo 2, fully stickered up and assembled. They all look really good. As you can tell, because I had 3 2 Kaiser bodies, I went ahead and did all 3 of them. Now with the base form, he does have 4 possible forms with this set, and I couldn't do all 4 at the same time. I am looking into getting another Yudo 2 Kaiser so I can have all 4 at the same time. But after I show off 2 Kaiser, then I'll change him into Super 2 Kaiser so we can take a look at that. But yeah, all these guys look really, really good. No stands. That's one thing I did notice right off the bat, which is kind of a bummer. Would be nice to have stands for these figures, but you can get them from other sets, and they do still have the pegs on the back, so if you get some stands from something else, you can go ahead and use them with these figures. But we'll start here with 2 Kaiser. He looks good. I think he looks really, really nice. It is a lot of stickers, but what you're left with does look really, really good. You have all this nice gold here on the shoulder pads, all the black all the way down the legs. The cuffs go all the way around. So he does look pretty solid. He doesn't come with any weapons. The base form, the weapons all come with the other forms. We'll get into that in a minute. And I wanted to do a quick comparison with the Change Heroes series figure. And this isn't bad. Honestly, this isn't bad, but you can see how the paint stops halfway. So like the belt doesn't go all the way around. The cuffs don't go all the way around. You don't have any of that really nice gold on the shoulder pad there. Plus, this guy actually comes with different heads for the various forms, or I should say the form boxes came with different heads. This guy does not, so he's just going to have the 35 with the 2 swords on every form. And I'll do the form changes for this guy so we can compare as we go along, but this isn't bad. I mean, if you want something quick that you don't have to put any stickers on, it's not bad. But if you're willing to put the time in, this really is a much better looking figure when you're done. You just have a lot more detail with the stickers. And the paint ending halfway really kind of bums me out. Something I didn't notice as much until I had this guy in hand. Plus, you don't have like the black here on the legs. It kind of stops. So I really do think that the Yudo looks better. But he's not too bad. So typical Yudo articulation for these. You have the head on a hinge. And then you have a swivel at the base of the neck. You can kind of pull these out a little bit to get a nice range of motion here. You can get a full 360 rotation. Nice hinge there. The shoulder pad is on that little connection right on top of the arm, so it doesn't really get in the way of any posability that you want to do, which is nice. You have a bicep swivel. Nice 90-degree bend in the elbow. You can't really go back because they fixed that now. You can't bend backwards anymore. You have kind of a ball joint in the wrist. You kind of have to pull it out a little bit. But then you can get a decent amount of ball joint movement there in the wrist. Obviously swivel, you can kind of push it back in if you would like. You have a waist swivel there. You can kick forward. You can kick out to the side. Can't really kick back because of the butt flap. You got a thigh swivel. You got, I would say, over 90 degrees there in the knee. And then you have a ball joint in the ankle. And you have that little bevel there so you can get really nice ankle tilt, which I really appreciate. So They all pretty much have the exact same articulation. I think maybe Super Zenkaiger might be a little different, so I'll show that off. But all the normal sized figures have the same articulation. But yeah, he looks pretty good. I'll put him off to the side for now. We'll come back and make him into 2Kaiser in a bit. Or Super 2Kaiser, I should say. Here is the Shinken form, which I think looks really, really good. I do kind of wish that they had black stickers for this trim here. I'm not really sure why they left that off. They've done the stickers for everything else. But basically how this works is you build up this figure first, and then you take off the back plate, the front plate, the shoulder pads, and the head, and then you just replace it with the other pieces, and I'll show you how that works with Super 2Kaiser in a bit. But if you bring in the Change Hero figure, you kind of take this whole piece off at once, and then you take this little vest here, and this just clips on. And then I think this piece, his little skirt piece, just pegged into the back here. Yeah, so that was pretty much it. We'll take the gun away because he only used the sword here. But you can see the difference. I mean, one, there are no like painted details on the weapon over here. This has the stickers, which look really nice. The blade is definitely longer. It's just a much better looking sword mode in my opinion. The stickers really worked out. I think they look good. You can see the vest has a lot more going on in terms of detail. This just has the little spot of paint here. These has all these stickers here, the little bit of white trim. Did this have anything on the back? No. It had the detailing here, but this one has the sticker. So the skirt for this one is just kind of 2 pieces, while the skirt for this one is 3. And you can see the helmet is different. It's a little hard to notice, but you can see the Shinkenger symbol and the 33, whereas he just has the same 35 because he doesn't have a different head. So I definitely think this is a win. And you don't really lose any of the posability. You can see that they kind of beveled out, or this is kind of far enough away that you can still turn this, even with this piece pegged into the back for the skirt, which is nice. Otherwise, he's got the same articulation as 2Kaiser because it is the same base figure underneath. But yeah, he looks really, really good. I like that quite a bit. Next up, we'll take a look at Oren form, and I really like the way this one came out. It just looks really sharp. All the stickers look really good. The silver and blue is just a classic color scheme. You have the star with the 19 on his head for O-Ranger. You can see the stickers here on the gun. Now, I will say, with all of the weapons for 2Kaiser, and it's the same with the Change Hero as well, the character would normally hold the gun here. But that's obviously not possible, so they have to add this peg to the end. And it always makes it look weird because it's just like the whole gun is kind of floating in the air, and it just looks awkward. I understand there's not really anything they can do, but it just makes it look a little bit longer than it should, and it just doesn't kind of look natural. But I think the stickers at least make it look really, really good. I really like all the detailing here on the stickers. And you have the kind of piece here that has all the different O-Ranger symbols. And just again, all of the really nice silver and blue stickers look really, really good. Here is the Change Hero version. As you can see, just not nearly as many details. Not to mention, he still has the Gokaiger symbol here because the shoulder pads kind of fit around that. Whereas since this is a completely different chest piece, they were able to tailor that so that it looks exactly as it should. You have blue paint down here that this one doesn't have. Same thing on the shoulders up here. So just all of the detailing really, really comes through. You can see the paint missing from the back here as well. So I'm really, really happy with how this one came out. This, honestly, I wasn't super crazy about this form originally. And it's just kind of become one of my favorites just because I love the color scheme of this figure so much. Really, really looks good. Alright, so now I'll show you how to transform into 2Kaiser here. It's really quite simple. I keep saying 2Kaiser. Super 2Kaiser. We're starting with 2Kaiser. So we're going to pop the shoulders off. You can kind of pull the arms away if it makes it a little bit easier for you. We're going to take the head off. And then we're going to pop these 2 pieces off. So it's just the back panel and the front panel. If you have the Oren form, you actually need to take the buckle off as well. because that has, this is all one solid piece that connects to the sash down here. So we'll just put that back there. But for this one, we don't have to. That will stay like that. So we're going to just bring in our new back piece for Super 2 Kaiser. And that's going to peg in here. You can see it's got a cape piece attached. We have our new chest piece for Super 2 Kaiser. We're just going to go ahead and peg that in. Then we've got 2 new shoulder pads. Let me get these on the right side here. And you just pop these on like so. Let me go ahead and pop this one on. And then we have our new head, which we just pop in. And that's it. You're pretty much done. And then he comes with a new version of the gear delinger that has the Zenkai Juo gear pegged in. You can see the lid is popped open and that's pegged in there, which is pretty cool. So let me go ahead and pop that into his hand, and then I'll move all these pieces off to the side. And there you go. We have Super 2 Kaiser. Oh, let me push the arm back in. Looks pretty good. You have a little bit of paint here on the front. The eyes are stickers. I think this is paint down here. Both sides of the shoulder pads are stickers. Sticker back here. He's got the larger like crest up here. He's still got the 35. And other than that, it's just the normal 2 Kaiser figure underneath. But he looks cool. I like it a lot. And just to do a comparison of the 2 guns, if we put those next to each other, you can see how it's a little bit bulkier. Here, you know what? Let me take it out of their hands. It'll be easier to do. Let me zoom in here a little bit. So you can see how that has kind of the bulkier piece, and then the lid is flipped up. Unfortunately, I ripped a hole in my sticker because it is hollow underneath. But this one I was able to not do that. But yeah, really cool, really nice sticker detailing there. So I like that quite a bit. But yeah, so that is all 4 forms of 2 Kaiser. Like I said, if you want to display all 4 at the same time, you would have to get a 4th figure, a 4th 2 Kaiser body. But very cool. But hey, there are other characters in this set, so let's move on. Here we have Super Zenkaiger. This one actually is kind of one of the sets with the fewer number of stickers, which is kind of nice. He really just kind of has these green here on the kneecaps. You have a little bit of this gold and black down here on the ankles. Shoulder pads. The chest is all fully painted, and then you have a bunch of stickers here on the head. But you do have some paint. So he's really not too bad. You can see the missiles kind of painted in there as well. Now, I was originally going to compare this to the mini pla, but it really just doesn't make any sense because the mini pla comes up to like higher than I have camera room here, and this one does not transform at all. So if you were wondering about that, he cannot transform at all, and really comparing it to the mini pla doesn't really make sense because they're not anywhere close to the same scale. But he looks good. He's got just a ball joint for the head here. He's got a swivel for the shoulder. You have this shoulder pad so that you can get the hinge movement you want. You have a bicep swivel. You have a 90-degree bend there in the elbow. He does have hands that can move, and they have the same ball joints. Oh, and I forgot to mention they all come with extra hands. I should point that out. So all of the 2 Kaiser molds, you can see how they all have the closed fists. They also have a set of open fists, or open hands, I should say. Same here with Super Zenkaiger. He's got 2 fists right now, but he also has an open set of hands. I would say just about every figure here comes with a closed set of fists and then an open set of like a splayed hands, kind of like that. So you can kind of mix and match for whatever you like. He's got a waist swivel there, ball joint. I would say most of his articulation is kind of the same as the others. I'm trying to think. Maybe the head's the only difference because that's just kind of a straight up ball joint. And then he's also got a version of the Gear Talinger with the Zenkai Juo gear with the cap raised open. So I think that's cool that they include the specific weapons in the exact pose that they're in. I appreciate that. But yeah, he looks good. I like him a lot. And I like that he's in scale with all of the other figures. And then you can have the mini pla for when you want him to kind of transform into the larger mode, which is pretty cool. Up next, we'll take a look at Stay Caesar. This guy was like 3 pages of stickers. It's ridiculous. I mean, the finished product looks fantastic. I can't I can't dispute that. But unfortunately, a lot of mine, you can see I have kind of like the little white spots where the stickers got rubbed a little bit too much at the edges and the sticker's starting to break down. Just because you have so many of these where you kind of have to like, you know, stick it here and then kind of fold it around everything else. And then there's another sticker for the back. And, you know, just kind of doing that over and over, I start to wear the stickers, unfortunately. But he looks good. The head is fully painted. The silver around the neck is painted. You have the scarf piece here. And then literally everything else you see is a sticker. All of the white, well, the purple, the thighs here are painted, but just about everything else. All the red, all the purple here, all the white lines. The abdomen might be painted as well. But there's a ton of stickers on this guy. But like I said, the finished product is nice. He looks good. He's got the same articulation as everyone else. But it's a good look. When you're done, it's definitely a good looking figure, but be prepared to spend some serious time stickering this guy up. And you can see he has his weapon here. The Gear Jitendo? I'm probably saying that wrong. I can never remember the name of this thing. But he does come with his signature weapon, and it looks great. Really, really like that a lot. Next up, we have one of the Gataks. I think that's what they're called. These are a little bit on the simpler side. Not too bad as far as stickers go. You have kind of two here on the head. One around the collar. Then you have, well, I should say really around the neck. The neck down here is that black band is a sticker. Then you have this collar piece here. Around the cuffs, back of the hands, belt, around the cuffs down here, the feet. He's got two fists right now, but they also come with kind of these karate chopping hands. So you get a set of these as well. And there are two in the set, so I went ahead and did both of them. Because I love army builders, why not? Now the way his head moves, he's kind of got the connection at the base of the neck. So you got a ball joint there, and then you just have a simple hinge here at the base of the skull. Other than that, articulation's pretty much the same as every other figure. But I love these giant, like, outlet, or I don't even really know what these are supposed to. To me, they look like an outlet, but they're probably like some kind of cattle prod or something. Just these crazy weapons. And they have these, like, keyboard mouths. They're crazy looking villains. But they're fun. I like them quite a bit. Last but by no means least, we have Zenkai Red, who is definitely not a figure I thought was ever going to make it into the Udo line, but I am super psyched that he did. He looks great. I mean, it's a simple design. It's actually not too bad in terms of stickers. All of the gold here on the front is paint. They have you put a sticker over the emblem, but it is painted, so if you don't want to, you don't have to. But they do have you put a sticker over this emblem, but from here all the way through here is gold paint. The back of the cape here is all white paint, which is nice. The crest here is gold paint. But this, the 45, the eyes, that's all stickers. The silver here is stickers. Obviously the buckle and the belt. And then all of the gold bands and the white are stickers. The hands are painted white. The feet are painted white. But everything, the gold and white bands are stickers. But they're honestly not too bad. It applies pretty quickly because it's just kind of, you know, you pop it on and wrap it around. So not too difficult in terms of sticker placement. And then he's got the Gear Delinger here with this, like... Now, it's been a minute since I've seen the special that he was in. Is this supposed to be like a lightsaber, or is this like just a beam firing? I kind of remember it being like a lightsaber, but I could be completely wrong. Either way, very cool accessory. I like that a lot. It's got kind of like a metallic paint shine to it, which I really enjoy. And then you have a sticker for each side of the weapon. You have a little bit of stickers here for the back of the shoulder pads. But everything else on the front is paint. But he looks good. Very, very cool. Very excited that he's in this wave. He looks absolutely fantastic. This is a really great set. Honestly, like the first set was good because of course it gives you the 5 main Zenkaigers, but this is definitely like all of the secondary characters that I could hope for. They really nailed it. They did such a good job with this set, and I'm really, really, really happy with it. Like I said, just need to get one more 2 Kaisers so I can have all 4 forms at the same time. But even if you've bought the Change Heroes, and I've kind of demonstrated that, these are better, in my opinion. Like, these were not bad, and if you really hate stickers, these are still a viable option. I think the price is fair. I think for what they are, they're good. But if you take the time to apply the stickers, you really get some great looking figures when you're done. So I definitely recommend this set to anyone who's a fan of Zenkaiger. So really, really great characters. Yes, especially Stay Caesar has a crazy amount of stickers, and I understand. I mean, if you guys know me, I hate stickers myself, so I get it. I really do get the heartache of putting stickers on. But when you're done, it really is worth it because they do look really, really, really good. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.